Welcome back to another episode of What's Your Opinion, but we've got some big things to deal with first of all. Kid Blue last week said the video title was grammatically incorrect. Now, it may well be, but my point is going to be, it's not a statement, it's not what I would do if I owned the Redskins, it is a question. It's, I'd do what if I owned the Redskins? Maybe that's still grammatically incorrect. Now we've got the important part out of the way, we can get on to, the less important things like the rest of the video. So, last week I said we're replacing the Avengers with NFL players, and who would you choose? And Alex Patterson comes straight up with it. Captain America, Tom Brady, he's the leader of the Patriots. Hulk, JJ Watt, massive unstoppable machine, which is mortal half the time. Thor, Clay Matthews, long flowing hair, the easy choice of course. Iron Man, Gronkowski relies on surgery to live and function. Black Widow, Larry Fitzgerald, no comment on his reasoning. Hawkeye, Drew Brees, most accurate passer. And that's pretty much the Avengers summed up. So for next week's episode, the question is, was Troy Bolton really the star of East High's championship team, or was Zeke Baylor criminally underrated? Hurry the Feet with a suggestion of his own says Iron Man is Antonio Brown, super valuable and a fun guy, but a huge diva. I like the comparison. Tom Waitman says Jerry Jones is definitely Thanos. We all know that the man craves power and has been leading teams to no playoff wins for what feels like an infinity. Eat That Pasta 445 has a solution to beat Thanos once and for all. He says Aaron Hernandez as any Avenger because he'd definitely be able to kill Thanos. So far we've had some good suggestions, but none come close to Horace DeBussy Jones. He says Iron Man, BJ Weiner, of course a great choice, but Captain America, BJ Weiner, a strong choice. And then Hulk, big strong guy, BJ Weiner. Thor, the guy who can pretty much do everything, BJ Weiner. And Vision was BJ Weiner. And now would be a great time to bring up the fact that I haven't actually watched Infinity War. So Nova Gaming says Gamora with Malcolm Butler and Thanos with Bill Belichick, because Bill Belichick left Malcolm Butler for death when he was trying to get the 6th Infinity Stone, the Super Bowl ring, so he could snap his finger and kill half the universe, including Black Panther, the Panthers. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good comparison or not. Conor N12 says evacuate the Browns, gather the defense, and get Carson Wentz an ACL. Sounds like it's probably quite good. Again, I don't know. But here's one I can definitely relate to. Bad Shot Gaming says I would swap Odell Beckham for the Avenger that does that thing that time, because he's definitely seen the Avengers movie. Craig Novak would switch Spiderman with Des Bryant. We all know Spider-Man has sticky hands, but what if he didn't? I'm actually crying at some of these. Daniel Merton says Aaron Rodgers as Thanos because he's mean. Matthew Stafford as Star-Lord because he has bad luck against Rodgers. Joe Flacco as Hawkeye because he's never talked about anymore. And Odell Beckham and Josh Norman as Captain America and Iron Man because they're always fighting. And BJ Weiner as Spider-Man because just cause. It's actually because BJ Weiner also shoots sticky white stuff. My own video is going to absolute trash. I can't do this anymore. I've lost it. I went 18 episodes doing well and now it's gone. Sixes JT says, forget the Avengers, if this was Star Wars, it's a reach to begin with. Shaquem Griffin would be Darth Vader. It's just a complete reach. But more importantly, you missed out. It's a Luke Skywalker comparison waiting to happen, but it didn't. Let's just move on. Aiden Treader. Star-Lord is definitely Baker Mayfield. They both do stupid stuff, get super emotional easily, and secretly jealous of other better people. Again, I also haven't seen Guardian of the Galaxy 2, so it's a couple of films I'm short of. It could be a good comparison, I don't know. Day says he'd trade the entire Avengers for BJ Weiner and watch Thanos shaking his boots. And I can say now, don't worry, BJ Weiner is returning. There's a reason he's been gone. It's a good reason. And there's a lot of things been happening, but he'll be back. Los Angeles Cardinal says I would switch Thanos with the New England Patriots because they are evil, able to make successful moves despite all logic, and they have a habit of destroying half of the NFL in the playoffs. I'm sure it's a good comparison. I'll watch it eventually and then I'll think back to these and I go, hey, these were pretty smart. Ryan Batty says Iron Man would clearly be Andrew Luck due to his unbelievable ability to stay healthy. Also, he can shoot fire and fly and stuff, and I feel that's something Andrew would really enjoy. A bonus to his contract, if you will. Hector Rodriguez says, I like your Corey in the house picture next. Are you mixing up Kyle Massey and Corbin Blue of sports fame, who never had to be reminded to keep his head in the game? Joel43 says, swap Thanos for Andrew Whitworth because they are the same person. Can't argue with the logic. Mitchell Schmidt says JJ Watt would be Captain America because he's more than earned that title. Michael Bennett gets mad so he can be the Hulk. Josh Rosen is cocky, so there's your Iron Man. And Russell Wilson can be Spider-Man because he's small and runs around a lot. Pelican Drops 97 says OBJ is Spider-Man, sticky hands but extremely obnoxious. Marvin Jones should be cast as Falcon because despite being really cool, nobody ever pays him any attention. And finally, Jay Cutler plays Hawkeye because he's terrible in every conceivable way and everyone hates him. I don't know if that's a harder hit on Hawkeye or Jay Cutler, but clearly he's not a fan. Feeling Sporty says the Avengers should be the most powerful players so you can fit each player into each Avenger. JJ Watt, James Harrison, Joe Thomas because he never gets hurt, and of course BJ Weiner because no one is stronger than BJ Weiner. And then finally Gage B. Now I haven't seen the film so there may well be a person in the Avengers called Plankton, but I can only assume this is the guy from SpongeBob, and it should be Tom Brady because he cheated. And that does it for this one. We have an entirely new Avengers team. We've got multiple options for multiple Avengers and even some options for some non-Avengers. So thank you very much for those. I can definitely say that out of all these episodes, this has been one of the more ridiculous ones. So let's ground it back into NFL reality with the next question. Now, rule changes, pretty hot topic right now. Of course, a while ago now, we had the big victory with the catch rule change, and they're talking about the kickoff rule changing soon as well. So what I want to know is, what rule changes would you make if you were in charge of rules in the NFL?